Yet another wedding image, and again it comes from Pietro Bianchi. I've chosen it because of a special issue. The two elements which are really important in the picture live at the ends of the luminosity scale. That is, the dress and the jacket are respectively white and black. I am not saying the hand is not important, but if we fail to inject some life in the clothes, we're likely to end up with a flat image. Since one of my recurring questions is not how can I do this, but how can I do this differently, I'm going to show you a different plot to attack this image. The technique shown is extremely powerful, and as such it deserves a proper battlefield. So, it requires a diversion into a somewhat scary color space called LAB. I converted the image to LAB before creating the ALCE layer, which has a radius of 50 in this case. Going to LAB is easy. Image menu, mode, LAB color. The interesting thing in LAB is the structure of its channels. The first one, which you're now seeing, is called lightness and is basically a grayscale image. The second and the third one, called A and B respectively, and such letters don't have any particular meaning, are rather weird. I'll show them. This is the A channel, and this is the B channel. No contrast, Well, there shouldn't be any, in fact. The A and B channels are all about color, not contrast. I'm going to show you one thing which is really strange and which may help you understand how LAB basically works. Let me duplicate the background layer and do something crazy. I will select the A channel and fill it with 50% gray. Now I will select the B channel and do exactly the same. Let's have a look at the composite now. Oh, grayscale image. No, I haven't turned on the lightness channel by mistake. The image has really lost its color. And this is because in the A and B channel, everything that is 50% gray corresponds to a neutral color. How light or dark? Well, it depends on the lightness. If the lightness is high, 100 is maximum, you will be dealing with light gray. If it's low, 0 is minimum, you will see a dark gray. In LAB, you therefore separate lightness and hence contrast from color, something that is not straightforward in RGB. Now, let's play a bit. I want to use the dodge and burn tools on the A channel because I want to create areas which are respectively lighter and darker than 50% gray. So, isolate the channel, select dodge, notice that it's set to operate on midtones at 50%, and use it. As you see, I'm lightening the areas I am touching with the brush. Now, change it to burn and do the same somewhere else. The areas affected get darker. Done. Let's have a look at the composite now. Ho ho! The dodge area has turned magenta, and the burned area has turned green. Why? Well, in the A channel of LAB, you are dealing with opponent colors. If the gray is lighter than 50%, you move towards magenta. The lighter it is, the more vivid the magenta. If the gray is darker than 50%, you shift towards green, which is the opponent color of magenta. And again, the darker the gray, the more vivid the green. What happens in the B? Well, essentially the same, but the colors involved are yellow, and you guessed it, its opponent, blue. Let's try. Isolate the B channel, dodge. Enough, I think. Now burn. Let's have a look at the composite. As you've seen, I've deliberately used the tools in areas which overlap with those affected in the A channel. Let's try to understand what happened. This is where the A is unaffected and the B dodged. We get yellow. But where the A is dodged, we get orange, that is, a form of red. This is where the A is unaffected and the B burned. We get blue. But where the A is burned too, we get cyan. Got the idea? We have, in some form, all the three primary additive colors, red, green and blue, and their subtractive counterparts, that is, cyan, magenta and yellow. And lightness? Well, it hasn't changed at all. Remember, LAB separates it from color, and this is its true power. I don't expect that you may visualize the LAB combinations in your mind at this point, and you can find a lot of information about this on the web. But I need you to have at least a rough idea. Why? Well, because I am now going to trash the temporary layer I've created and turn to the original image. And since I am there, I am finally going to activate the ALCE 50 layer, which we haven't seen yet. Well, the wedding dress of the bride and the texture in the groom's jacket are just fantastic. But I am really worried by the hand. It's far too prominent for me. Look, original, ALCE 50. Original, ALCE 50. I don't want the hand to look like a pole, right? I'm not particularly interested in enhancing the stone either. The dress and the jacket are as opposite as they may be, white and black, but they share at least one character. They are neutral. The hand is not. So, in LAB, I expect the clothes to be very close to 50% grey in the A and B channels. True, there are areas where we have a hint of blue and green in the dress, and I mean the shadows. But the basic idea is ridiculously simple. There are just two objects here with some color, and they are the hand and the wall. These objects are certainly lighter than 50% grey in both channels, and that's how we are going to isolate them. Let's have a look. This is the A. The hand and the wall are lighter than the clothes. This is the B. A bit more torment here, but that's true again. I can proceed with both channels, but I'll choose the A. Oh, proceed towards what? Well, layer mask, of course. Let's create one in the ALCE layer and apply the A channel. I want to make the hand black or very dark, while it is the lightest element here. So let's use invert as an option. Now let's isolate the mask. We have some steps to take, but this is promising. Hand and bricks darker than anything else. Let's get rid of anything that may be disturbing. Fill the layer with 50% grey in darken mode. This way, only the parts darker than 50% grey will survive, and these are the hand and the bricks. Now, autotone. Bingo! Almost there. Only a curve is needed at this point. Darken the shadows and clean up the white by burning it completely. Let's have a look at the composite. Blur the mask a bit to avoid posterization. 20 pixels may do. Yes. And there we are. ALCE 50 without the mask and ALCE 50 with the mask. This was the original. ALCE 50 masked again. Fantastic, huh? I've kept a bit of enhancement in the wall, but the hand is completely under control. And I like this version a lot more than the original, because the dress and the jacket really come to life. If you're puzzled, don't worry. LAB is intimidating when you first meet it. But have faith. Watch this section again if needed and try. The key concept I want to pass on is a very useful one. In the right color space and with the right technique, you can either kill or bring to life legions of colors in one fell swoop without selecting anything at all. You might do something similar by using the technique shown in the portrait picture 2 chapters ago, but this is easier, quicker, and more elegant.